This is Tanara Kuranov, your friendly neighborhood gamer mouse, and now another title from Freeverse software. We have WingNuts 2, which is actually in a full-size game box this time around. WingNuts 2, Raina's Revenge. Over 30 locations and time periods as you hunt Baron von Stopwatch and the mysterious Raina. Now, I don't actually remember. I thought the plot to this was that Baron von Stopwatch died and Raina was out to get her revenge because she was some daughter or sibling of von Stopwatch. I don't remember. I could be wrong though, because I never actually played WingNuts 2. I just was always looked at it on the Freeverse site and drooled over it and wished I had it because I was poor and couldn't afford any of this stuff. And then Freeverse went out of business. Support original Mac games. I tried Freeverse. I really did. So, this one is Macintosh only, fortunately. I mean, it's good that it's on Macintosh, but I kind of wish it was on PC as well, like the original WingNuts was able to do. But it is a universal binary, so I can actually play it on my new Intel MacBook, unlike a lot of stuff that I originally had, which I can't, because Apple's been really bad with backwards compatibility lately. So the box actually opens up and it's a pop-up box for whatever reason. It's kind of weird. And everything's tilted. It's kind of weird. 200 historic and futuristic planes, colossal robotic bosses, custom-built game editor, lets fans create their own scenarios and share them online. That actually sounds really awesome. Record your high scores with an eyesight. Why would you need an eyesight to record your high scores? Stunning OpenGL and core image graphics. Yeah. What is that? Like a giant version of a World War II bomber with skulls on it. And, go WingNut, go WingNut, go WingNut. Yes, because that worked so well in Ninja Turtles. We're gonna have Vanilla Ice going, go WingNut, go WingNut, go WingNut. Never mind. Also, the front of the box, I'm pretty sure these are all actually real planes. I can't identify them all off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's a Spitfire, but I'm not sure. That's an A-10. And I know because of another old Macintosh game, A-10 Cuba. So, yeah. One of these may be an F-22, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm pretty sure these are all actually real airplanes. So yeah, there's also that. So, let's get the game box out of here. I think I have to take this sticker off first. Very carefully. I'll try and be as careful as possible with the game box. This is Okay. Okay, I don't appear to be damaging the game box doing this at all, so... Okay. So I'm quiet, I'm just trying to... be as careful as possible with this. Ooh, a tiny little piece of it came off there, but we're good. Okay, I guess I should take this bottom off one as well, huh? Freeverse, I miss you. That's why I'm getting these games. Because not everyone remembers you, but they should. I love that tagline on the bottom. I'll show you in a moment, but let me peel this off first. That tagline on the bottom, you'll never run out of things to shoot. Yeah. Sounds kind of violent of them, doesn't it? Exciting one-on-one dogfights. What's that all about? 'Cause if you've played WingNuts, you know there's swarms of enemies everywhere, so I don't know what the one-on-one dogfights thing is about, but, let's slide this. Ugh. Boy, that's a tight fit. Holy cow. Oh, Jeez, that was tight. Tighter than a vain woman's corset. WingNuts 2, Raina's Revenge. It looks exactly the same as this box. Which, I guess they just had the outside box so that they could have their pop-up fun and tell you, go WingNut, go WingNut, go WingNut. I guess. I don't know. I don't know why it's WingNuts. I don't know where all the other WingNuts are. That'd be like calling your game... That'd be like making a Thunderbirds game and having just one Thunderbird. Knowing my luck, there's probably a Thunderbirds game out there, huh? Dang it, and this one's just as hard to open as the shrink wrap on the other one. Frick. I should have brought some, like a little knife or pocket knife or scissors or something. I should have, yeah. Okay. And when I shake the box, it feels like there's... It sounds like there's something else in there besides the CD. It's probably hard to tell on camera, but... Okay. WingNuts 2. That was a long unboxing. It better be worth it. Let's open this thing up and... Okay, so... So that's a weird CD. It's like, this is the right side up because the Mac, the Universal Binary, Freeverse, DVD-ROM are all right side up, and so is the Silhouette, so apparently that's the way it's supposed to be, but WingNuts 2 is all skew. Like, if you thought that that was supposed to be the right way up, it would look like this, and either way, it looks all skewampus. There's some weird visual design there. Okay, so... Thanks for choosing Freeverse. And we've got all these other games, actually, and software, and... Yeah, and, Toy Site. Yeah, you know, the eyesight games on consoles? That's pretty much what this is. In fact, it may be where it came from. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah. Look, it's a checklist of games from Freeverse. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know if WingNuts 2 is their last game or not. This may be all their games. I mean, there's Enigma. I don't see Payback on here, but Freeverse seemed kind of ashamed that Payback was on their list of games and took it off their website. I even see Kill Monty on here, which is like a Smash TV style game with buckets of red paint, I think they said. They refused to call it Blood. Airburst Extreme, and all that stuff is on here, even their applications. So maybe this is like a good collector's checklist. I have the original WingNuts isn't on here either. You know, this may not be a complete list after all. Mac Fun. Mac games for fun people. I guess that's what my channel's for now, along with a few other people on YouTube. Yeah. Ooh. A registration code. And an actual manual. Yeah, there's an actual manual in this thing this time. To install, it's just like usual. You just drag a folder over and, yeah, that's pretty much the, extent of it. You can also use the eyesight camera for core image effects. I don't know exactly what that does, but I guess we'll find out. You have to enter the code the first time. You'll be asked if you want to register your game on the web. This is an optional step, but it does protect you if you lose or misplace your manual. I doubt you can register online anymore, so let's get a good look at that registration code so that I never lose it. Yeah. Flight school. Okay, WingNut, you may be gonna fly by the seat of your pants. Hot shot. What is this? Top Gun. But those old tricks won't work this time around. It's time for you to go back to flight school. The tower. The tower is your eyes and ears and head and shoulders, knees and toes. Here on the ground. This is where you'll start your mission. When you begin WingNuts 2, you'll be given 4 options. Yada yada yada. Tweak your plane's controls. Adjust pilot roster. Fellow aces high scores. Yada yada. Okay. So the planes have special moves, fuel, shield, score, components. You may need to collect components to finish a level. Planes. Now, there is an interesting component to this game. You're flying around and you have your carrier here. In the original WingNuts, you just took off from the carrier went away, and the carrier was invincible, you didn't have to do anything with it. In this game, the carrier has some defensive capabilities, but you have to keep your carrier from being swarmed, so yeah, and I assume that once your carrier is destroyed, it's game over, obviously. You get the goodies, and they're like the little parachute things that you collect. It's just like the first game. Shoot down the enemies, just like the first game. Unlike goodies, you should shoot down as many robotic airplanes as you can, but don't run into them. A head-on crash can be devastating, and do not run into the airplanes. Bad thing. Anyway, the interesting mechanic I was talking about, it's not the carrier escort. Actually kind of sounds like a pain, but the carrier does have some defensive capabilities, so, No, it's the fact that your extra planes aren't just extra lives like they are in WingNuts. They're actually all stored on the carrier, and they're repaired while you're not using them. So you can fly around, your plane's damaged, you can fly back to the carrier and swap out for another plane, but all the planes have different fuel, shield, weapons, etc. So you have to get used to flying the different kinds of planes, because you're going to have to switch out to let your planes repair if you don't want to lose any lives. So yeah. You can land a damaged or low on fuel aircraft on the carrier and switch to a new plane while you're out flying around and destroying enemies. Planes back on the carrier will be refueling and recharging their shields. Yeah, so your carrier has shields of its own, but if enough enemy bombers attack it, it will be destroyed. When Commander Jen tells you the carrier is under attack, you should heed her warning. If the carrier is destroyed, your mission is over. Obviously. I believe the carrier has some defensive capabilities, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you go through different time periods, stopping, I believe it's Raina, although Baron von Stopwatch could be involved, I'm not sure. Either way, von Stopwatch. And that's Commander Jen. I guess she was pretty much the mascot of Freeverse. I don't know. It's been a really long time. But anyway, your planes have different speed, fire rate, fuel, shields, guns, missiles, bombs. So yeah. It is suggested you take off in a fully repaired and fueled plane. Nothing is more embarrassing than crashing right after takeoff because you forgot to refuel. In the original WingNuts, a tanker plane would just fly by when you were low on fuel and you docked with it and refueled. Here you have to use the carrier, I believe. Roll, stall, loop, bomb, missile, fire, turn left, turn right, thrust, strafe. This is just like the original WingNuts, where if you hold down, you go... how do I explain this? Like laterally left and right. Boy, that camera angle's awkward. I'm sorry, I'll stop that now. You move laterally left and right. You know what strafing is if you play games, Missiles only available on specific aircraft. Let's see. You can use your eyesight camera or any other Firewire camera to record your pilot picture. This picture will be displayed with your high score. To take a pilot picture, choose Pilots from the options menu. Each pilot can have his or her own picture. Take as many pictures as you want, but you can have only one image per pilot. When you achieve a high score, you can also take a picture to commemorate the event. You can also cycle through the core image effects, letting you take a very snazzy photo. How long has it been since you've heard the word snazzy? So, what's the stall? Or the roll? Or the loop? I hope there's a tutorial, because the manual doesn't seem to explain what any of these are. They're probably useful for something. When you first take off, try staying near your carrier so it can support you with cover fire. So the carrier can fire on airplanes. That is good. It has some defensive capability, unlike, say, Ashley from Resident Evil 4. Although, you could hide Ashley most of the time, so that was also different. Don't pick up every goodie right away. Sometimes it's best to keep a goodie around for a boss or a difficult situation. I remember doing that in WingNuts, where if you saw a shield goodie pickup, you wouldn't pick it up right away. You'd pick it up when you were low on shields. Some planes are better at air combat, others are better at bombing. The big area barriers that don't move are nearly indestructible. It's better to spend your time saving the world than shooting them. Your bomb reticle will show up when there's an enemy unit nearby you can bomb, so it just isn't there all the time, like in WingNuts. Some bosses have tentacles that must be shot off before you can damage it. Other bosses must be bombed to destroy them. Tentacle bosses, huh? Didn't think we were playing that kind of game. And credits, and a Wolfsbane font. Wonder what that font is. Huh. OMG and use of the OMG logo as public domain. For more information, visit freeverse.com/OMG. So that support original Macintosh gaming logo, feel free to copy that and use it where you want. That's public domain. use it where you want. In fact, I might use that at some point now. So, WingNuts 2. WingNuts 2. I really want to play this now, because I haven't played it before, and I always wanted to, and it's a Freeverse software title that, yeah, that I never actually ever got the opportunity to play, and I've played a lot of Freeverse titles, so for me that's saying something, that I've actually never played this one. Kind of odd for me that this is a Freeverse game that I've never played before. So, WingNuts 2, fun times from Freeverse, and we're definitely going to be doing this sometime in the future. I know next up is Star Trek month, and I have stuff being shipped for that along the way, but keep in mind, this is the kind of stuff I own and will play in the future, and you know what? Gonna have some good old-fashioned fun with Freeverse in the future. So, this is Tanara Kuranov, and signing off until next time. Have fun with your Macintosh gaming.